Hey, what's up, V?
Hey man, what's up?
What took you so long today?
Well, I had to stop at the store because today on Wheels and Grills we have a special guest.
Oh, damn, that's right. That's right. What do you got in that snack pocket?
Let me show you. I got me the gin and I got me the juice.
Damn.
We're about to get lit.
Hey, whose bike? Oh, I rented it. Homer hasn't brought my bike back, bro. It's been 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. He told me 2 weeks last time. Remember we saw him at Harley? Yeah, it's been 3 weeks now. I'm hoping he shows up today because I got to go take this one back.
Oh wow! Oh, you better hurry up then.
I'm hoping. We'll see. We'll see if he shows up today. What's up, big dog?
What's happening, dog?
Man, where you been, brother?
Man, just chilling. So it's my dog G. What's happening, huh?
It's been 3 weeks. You told me 2.
Oh, you can't count that good.
Man, it was 3. Hey, but at least I see you got it all cleaned up. I like it.
Yeah, they did.
I'm gonna go take that rental back today. I'm gonna hop back on my baby and my roll.
Well, let me hold the rental.
Man, take it.
What are we doing, dog?
Let's go get a drink.
Let's go. You coming?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Hey, this is Tommy again with Wheels and Grills. We're working on episode 3. We got Snacks with us, of course. And today we got a special guest, and you got to know who that is.
Man, you already know. You already know. What's happening, homies?
Well, how you guys doing?
I'm good. I'm good. What's
Thank
happening,
you for
T?
coming out with us today. We definitely appreciate having you here.
Thanks, Snacks. I appreciate it, man. I'm glad to see what's going on here with y'all, man. Y'all doing big things. I'm proud of y'all.
We're trying. We're trying.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. We appreciate you coming. So we're here to talk about you today, though. What's up? Tell us about yourself. Tell us how you got into your career, where it all started.
Wow, man, that's a lot of questions right there. You know what I'm saying?
That's 2.
That's still a lot for me. I'm originally from Louisiana, Lake Charles, by the way. I grew up in the projects. It's crazy because I never see myself as being an actor or an entertainer or a performer, or even getting a chance to be on one of the podcasts that's great around the nation today. I came from a low income family, actually, you know,
Okay.
and we didn't have a lot. And then, but I knew at a young age that I wanted to be a part of the military.
Okay.
And I think I was in elementary school at that point. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So, cause both my parents were Marines and stuff like that, you know, I wanted,
Oh, okay.
and I joined the Navy. What happened? You know,
You went a whole different direction.
I did. I had to go teach the Navy how to be hard. I'm just joking. But, I joined the military and I spent over 20 years in there, man, you know, and I wanted
20
to be,
years.
yeah, I wanted to be like my dad, you know.
So career in the military.
Yeah. I've always wanted that, far and foremost. You know, a lot of people want to be singers or football players.
Right.
I wanted to be a service member. I wanted to get back to my country. And I did, you know. And my life during that time was, you know, partying, having fun, visiting other countries and stuff like that. And
Traveling.
one of my homies told me, he said, "Yo, man, you look like Snoop Dogg." I was like, "Bro, I don't even know who Snoop Dogg is, bro." I'm for real, man.
So you had no clue who Snoop Dogg was?
None, because I didn't listen to rap music. I listened to Depeche Mode,
Okay. So
Ozzy.
you're into like alternative rock.
Yeah,
and
you
that
know.
type of music.
Yeah, you know, like Def Leppard, Motley Crue, Ozzy Osbourne,
Wow.
Black Sabbath.
Oh,
I know that's probably a little bit before y'all time.
all right.
I met my wife years later, and that's where it all started. You know, she submitted my picture to a lookalike agency,
Oh, wow.
and then 6 months later, I'm sitting on the NBC show.
So did your wife like tell you, "Hey, you look like Snoop Dogg too"?
Nah, she never really said anything. She said I look like me, which I guess I look like Snoop, right?
Right.
But no, she said, you know, let's submit it because she heard a lot of people saying it, you know, and I still was trying to daze on who Snoop was. So I looked him up. I was like, I have no clue why everybody said I look like this guy. I look like me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then went over to do a great news TV show on NBC, and they said, "Hey, just play a wax figure." And I did, man. I did it pretty good. So all I had to do was sit on the bicycle
And not move.
That's it. And they said, "You did an amazing job." I said, "Thank you so much. I try hard." And From there, it went to getting a phone call from John Cryer from 2.5 Men to go be a part of a pilot that they were working on that didn't really take off. But then later on, it became to doing a commercial called Carna for Snoop.
Mm-hmm.
And I was excited because, you know, like, hey, I'm going to get a chance to meet Snoop Dogg, man. You know, like, all I can hear in the background is, yo, nephew, what's going on with y'all, cuz?
Right.
You know, and I'm thinking, man, I'm about to meet him. I say, hey, man, have you ever met Snoop yet? I said, no, I haven't. Oh, my God, we got to hide you. I'm like, well, did I do something wrong? You know, and it took off from that point. And then it was like, hey, read
So
the
that
script.
day you met, I'm sorry, but that day you met Snoop, that day?
I didn't meet him that day.
Oh,
I was,
okay.
yeah, they hid me because they said they didn't want him to freak out. I'm like, well, what did I do? Am I ugly?
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? But his dad was there. I met his dad and his son, and they gave me the like, oh yeah, he looks just like my son, you know, and it looks like my dad. But I didn't get a chance to meet Snoop until I had to do some voiceover work for Corona beer commercial.
Okay.
And they said, hey, read this line. And I was like, wow, okay. So I said, La Vida Mas Fina. Man, that's the fine life, baby. They say, cut. That's it. We'll send that off right now.
Wow, first take.
That quick,
First
huh?
take, right? And I was like, okay, cool. So they did that. And then Snoop started doing Corona beer commercials. And that's when they said, have you ever seen a man in a hurry while drinking a Corona? No, you have not. Man, that's the fine life, baby. And that's when my career started.
Wow.
And I remember pointing at the Screen Actors Guild building like that and telling my wife and kids, I said, hey, man, someday I'll be a member. Months later, I get an invitation to become a principal with Screen Actors Guild.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I went from
cool.
being a lookalike to being a double to becoming an actor. And now I've done, Bromates, Underdogs, The Masked Singer, Milford, Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Oh,
So you're in a big time. Those are big shows right,
Right?
there. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. You know, and a lot of people think that like, oh, why do they need a double? Because sometimes these actors and performers can't be in two places at one time. So they need a little help.
right.
And it is a job, you know,
Right.
and it's a profession. And I have to say, man, God bless me 100%. And that's, you know,
And it's not only that you look like him, but you even sound like him.
good. I can turn the switch off though.
Right? Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I can turn it off and stuff, you know. So like when I go up to perform for people, I was up in New York and I did that for Ryan Garcia's fight. You know, they're like
you were
Snoop
up there
Dogg.
for the fight. Okay.
Oh yeah, so he was like Snoop up there dancing to his own music. They ain't turn no music on for me, man. I'm up there sleepwalking to dry music.
There you go.
You know,
Right.
It's all in your head at that point.
oh yeah, you know, I'm like hearing it already, like Money in the Air, Esmo Field. You know what I'm saying? So, but then I get a chance to perform music. You know, so sometimes I get up there and I'm like, money in the air as Mofield. Grab you by the coattail, take you to the motel, wholesale. Don't tell, won't tell. Baby said I don't talk. You know, I get to do that.
Right.
And the energy that comes with it is amazing. People, if you ever want to be something as an entertainer, you have to feel good about what you do. I love what I do.
Right.
You know, it's energetic. You know.
Yeah.
And we see you up there. I mean, we've been able to hang out for a few times already.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like you said, you're able to turn on that switch, and it's always a great time with you. And I think that's something you carry with you. It kind of energizes you.
Yeah.
You know, when you're hanging out, even just with your friends, when you're not getting paid as a actor, you know?
Right.
I think it's I love people, you know, and I think when you love what you do, you excel.
Right.
And I've never made it a job. I made it a happy feeling. You know, it's more like people say, well, that's my side gig. Well, this is my only gig.
Right.
You know, this is my job.
So you do this full time right now?
Yeah, I'm a full-time actor, man. I belong to Screen Actors Guild, and a lot of people don't know what a principal is. A principal is a person that gets speaking parts in movies, commercials, and stuff like that.
Okay.
And when I first started, I never knew what a principal was. I thought it was like to teach a school. I was like, I don't know how to teach nobody in school, man. I got a problem with my own self. And stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, man, that's where you get actual parts that you can read and stuff. And I was like, wow, okay. And I still trying to figure out how this happened, you know?
Right. From Navy to an actor.
Yeah.
To a lookalike.
Yeah.
Sound alike. Now you're stepping in for him.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. But on TikTok, right?
That's where I think that's where you caught me I said, "Oh, look, Snoop Dogg's on there." Then I started reading it, and and it was Eric,
Yeah.
and so I started watching you, but I was like, "Wow, look at this guy! He's going at it,"
I enjoy. A lot of people that don't follow me on TikTok don't know that all my stuff is in Spanish music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So that's my thing. I love Spanish music. There's nothing wrong. I mean, if you love music, you love all music, regardless of what it is. And just my thing is the Spanish music. You know what I'm saying? Los Tucanos, I love them. I'm out there every time I hear that song. I'm getting
La Chona.
That's my thing, right? I love
That's
it, man.
the song right there. That's everyone's song.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody
that song gets everybody gets up.
You know what I'm saying, man? I think they're gonna be playing that at weddings.
Yep.
But that was my thing, and but I just do me.
Yeah.
Right. And that's a good thing because you do bring a good vibe. Like I said, that like V said that we've hung out a couple times and it's always a good time. I mean, laugh, jokes.
And it's kind of one of those things where you make it your own because there's a lot of people, or the mentality is that you're running on his coattails and trying to get everything from Snoop. But you really don't. We've actually been able to see you interact with other people.
Thank you.
And you're very transparent. That's one thing. You're not, oh, I'm Snoop. You know what I mean? You don't want to crush their hearts and saying like, I'm not Snoop, but you do let them know, like when they say like, oh, sign this autograph. I think you're very transparent with saying, yeah, well, my name is Eric. And, and you kind of like break it down for them that way. Yeah. And, again, that's a lot. To me, that's a lot. I give you a lot of respect for that because, again, some people are maybe trying to catch the coattails off of other people. Right. And say, or climb their ladder. When you're really trying to, this is my job. Right. But I'm my own person. Yeah. And that's one thing, like I said, I give you a lot of respect for that because you are separating yourself. And another thing that we kind of didn't really mention is that you bring your family around you. Yeah. And so you're very respectful of your family when it's your family time versus when it's your performing time.
Yeah, I noticed that every time you come around, your girls are always with you. You got the twins always with you, which I think is really cool. You know what I mean? To hang around family, your family and your daughters especially.
Yeah, I don't have an entourage of people. I have my family. At the end of the day, man, you can bring a lot of people with you, but it's not going to change how you really are. You have to be able to be open. I don't mind anybody knowing I bring my family wherever I go. I enjoy my family because time on this earth is short. If you ain't spending it with the people you love, then you failed yourself. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's like what she was saying, Snap was saying, I am very open of who I am. I'm proud of who I am. You know what I'm saying? I've been putting books. I've done news, commercials, my name. I don't write on anybody's coattail. I'm happy to say my name is Eric Finch. And people sometimes like, you ain't nobody. It don't matter. Right.
Well, you know what? You are somebody to somebody. You know what I mean?
I am.
That's your family, you're a big part of it. Yeah. Like I said, what you do is providing food on the table. Yep. And that's the thing is like, we kind of seen that on not just with you, but in real life. Everyone watches like those shows like TMZ and whatever shows you watch. And a lot of times when it is someone, they're like, oh, that's nobody important. But they are important to somebody. Yeah. You know? But I get it. Everyone has their opinion and how they want to express themselves. But for the most part, we find that when we've been around you, we meet also people that are very humble and be like, oh, you're not? But they still give you
the same love.
The same love and like how you should treat someone else. Yeah. They don't just walk away and be like, oh, I don't want this trash autograph. You know what I mean?
Well, they be waiting for that Snoop Dogg autograph, but I put my name, you know, and I'm proud of that because I had to learn how to do that signature, bro. Right. It took some time. I was like, you got to scribble, but but it's me as an actor. I mean, like, there's no words that can express the feeling that I get when I give somebody a happy feeling, you know. But there are those people out there that have the Snoop Dogg PhD, where they can tell you what's wrong. You're too short. Right. Well, I wasn't born to be the same height. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. You don't sound like them. Well, it's not my job to sound like them 24 hours a day. Do you smoke weed? I don't smoke weed and I don't drink. You know what I'm saying? So.
What? So the gin and juice that I brought is going to go to waste.
I'll drink it.
He'll drink it.
We're going to catch him seawalking in the
back. Little skip. You
know what I'm saying? Get him T-Dizzle. Right. When the pimp's in the crib, Mark.
I already spiked my water with it.
Oh, my goodness. Did you?
No.
You can see him out here.
Hey, I grabbed your water, so I can't drink this one out here.
Hey, you didn't spike mine, did you?
A little
bit.
We mix them on.
That way you could be sea walking later.
I'm gonna be driving out with somebody's stuff. I'm gonna just tell you that right now.
Here we go again. Yeah,
You know
here we
what I'm
go
saying?
again.
It's over. No, I ain't gonna keep it for 3 weeks this time.
Okay, that's better.
That's West Side. I'm sorry.
Right.
I just forgot to cross it up. My fault. But now, hanging out with you guys is like, that's my family, and you hardly get a chance to do that anymore because there's so many people that are judgmental. They're not looking for happiness. There's a lot of people out there that do enjoy happiness too.
Yes.
And you guys bring a lot of happiness to them. And like when you guys invited me to come to Wheels and Grills, I was excited. I mean, I couldn't wait to get here.
Oh, thank you.
We appreciate that. Yeah, we really apprate that.
And I hope I come back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
You always got an invitation, because you always got my bike.
Oh, I forgot about
I didn't
that.
bring mine today.
Right.
I was gonna borrow it, but I think
I got two, but I need a both.
There's a black one I seen though.
Oh, that was a rental. You could take over the bill.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna just charge it to that PayPal. No, I'm just
Right.
But now, back to this whole entertainment thing, man. I'm blessed, and to actually work with so many people, I've done a lot. I've worked I've worked with Lupillo Rivera and Santa
really?
Fe. Yeah, in Santa Fe.
Oh, cool.
And we did a movie. a music video.
Okay.
That thing hit over a few 100 million views on YouTube. Yeah.
Wow.
And everybody's like, "Oh, it's Snoop Dogg," and then few people see it. That's not him.
Oh, that was that one song that
with Santa Fe.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of it.
Santa Fe Clan.
I know which one exactly you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So that thing's been popping, and so I went from that.
Right.
So now I'm working on my own podcast that I'm waiting on two other guys to jump up and so we can get started.
Awesome.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And then I just got done writing a screenplay, a cartoon, actually animation. It's a comedy. I'm not gonna give out the names of that yet because I don't like to let everything out right away.
Right.
The names always change later on down the line.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. And I got some good people from that's gonna be a part of SAG. That's gonna be a part of it. And then not just that, but I do travel a lot. So, and
you were just didn't you say you were just in New York recently?
Yeah. So I had a 3-day jump, man. So like on a Thursday night, I was in LA. Actually, I got done about 7 that evening at this event. And I got to LAX and I got there about 9 o'clock. And then my flight, they had to move my flight and it left at 10:50. And I had to be in New York the next day. So I was like, wow, okay. So I get to New York at 7 that morning. And then I met up with my handlers over at the other spot after I checked in my hotel, and Mike Tyson, everybody's there, Ice-T, Paris Hilton, all these guys over there at the flight already. And then I get done with that day at about 11 o'clock that night, back in my hotel room about midnight. The next morning on Saturday, I'm on a flight at 5 in the morning to come back to LA to be at the Peacock Theater at 2 o'clock in the afternoon again. So, wow.
So life is busy, but it's also a blessing too, right?
It is. Life is busy, and it's also a blessing. People don't realize, man, it's still, if you're a lookalike or double, you're still a part of entertainment.
Right.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, there are some people out there that forget that they're just a lookalike or a double. You know what I'm saying? There are those people.
Right.
But you just gotta know when to turn that switch off.
Right.
And that's great that you've already, so you've been doing this for a while already.
Mm-hmm.
You know how to do it. And, we've had conversations off camera where you kind of talk about how you always try to prioritize your family and family time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's great that you're able to do that because, the thing about entertainment, and one thing that it's very common, we see it everywhere, it can wrap you up so fast.
Oh, quick.
And if you're not careful, if you don't put your family first, or maybe your priorities are not in check, you can go downhill just as quick as you went up.
Yeah,
I'm glad. I'm really happy for you that you're able to keep everything together with your family. You've been with your wife for a very long time, and that's very rare in general these days.
It is. It is.
Especially in the entertainment.
Yeah, well, I think in entertainment, what happens is a lot of people get complacent. They want fame right away.
Right.
Yeah.
And as I was we're just talking about that off the camera, and I'll say this to everybody, man. You gotta let fame take its time to process.
Right.
Because if you move it too fast, then you're just a trend.
Right.
But if you let it come when it's time, you become a household name. That means your legacy, man. You're legends. You stay there. That's why so many people that are legends, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, Eazy-E, Tupac, you know what I'm saying? all these people, like even Nipsey Hussle, household name, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
These are people that took their time and made a legacy for themselves. And in the entertainment industry, that's what you have to do. You have to always know that time is going to make you something even bigger. But if you rush it, you're just a trend and you go away.
Right. Yeah, I don't believe in rushing anything in reality.
You got to take your time,
Just
man.
take your time and it's going to come to you.
That's it. Once you master that, sky's the limit, baby.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, I'm so glad we had this opportunity to talk to you, because not only are we, we're barely on episode 3 and we're learning so much from you. And we definitely want to let you know that we do appreciate your time that you spent with us. We even went over going over camera details and mics and all that extra stuff that, again, we're still learning. So we definitely, want to let you know we appreciate your time here.
And all your help.
And all your help, because, again,
thank you.
Going back into what I was saying before is that you, as a person, Eric, you treat everyone awesome. You treat everyone great.
Thank you.
There's no looking down on anybody because you're in the entertainment field. You're very humble.
Thank you.
That's something that's very hard to say about people nowadays.
Yeah.
And, you're very realistic, and the stuff that you've told us, like I said, behind the scenes, and, not only are you helping our brand, Wheels and Grills, grow, you know what I mean? We definitely appreciate that. But, you're giving up so much to anyone that walks by. Like I said, we've interacted with you, in other situations, and you're very humble.
Thank you.
So, as a person, thank you. You've given up a lot of knowledgeable, a lot of information that'll help somebody someday,
Right.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Well, we really appreciate you coming, giving us your time and giving us your story. And I say now, why don't we go over here and see what's on the grill, see what our man got.
Let's do it. Let's go eat.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, homie. Thank you.
Thank you again.
Nice. Thank you, baby.
Let's
Thank
go
you.
check it out.
Let's do it.
Low to the ground with the 13s on repeat. Hydraulics popping, feel the bounce in the sway. Candy paint dripping, ain't no dull display. Custom rims spin like we cruising all day. They will rise, they won't never slide away. Old school fly, took the mind finesse. We'll spark like diamonds, man, we gotta confess. From the east to the west, we'll be kings of the set. No rider lifestyle, you ain't seen that yet. Wheels and Grills.
Man, I had a great time, dog. But unfortunately, I did bring the bike back. But I ain't got no ride. Can you give me a ride?
Yeah, I got you. Let's roll.
You sure?
Yep. Good day.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right.
Oh, it's a nice car. And it's my favorite color, too.
Hey, if we get pulled over, it's yours.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to get us out of jail, though. Anybody got a WIC card?
Hey, G.
What up?
He took my car. Oh, damn. I don't know how he keeps talking me into shit, but take my car now. Oh, we got the bike back. Let's go for a ride.
Let's go.